Where do you find these relocation specialists who are out there looking for homeowners or property managers like yourself? And what is the best way, or how is the best way to actually reach out to them? So, first and foremost, it's important for you to understand that you need to live in their databases, but keep in mind that their databases are not the only place that they look. I'll give you an example. What is a database? A database is what I call a back end database, or at least a back end log of where you can actually place your properties within their portal, because that's exactly where they're going to go when they're looking to relocate a family. But it's not the only place that they go. So what does that really mean? So let's start with Airbnb. Airbnb is an actual OTA, right? Online travel agency. VRBO is another one. That's very front facing. So you as a homeowner can place your property there, make your calendar wide open. And if you know anything about my duplicate listing strategy, it's one of the most important things for you to optimize. Make sure you look for that in another video. Now, once you make your property available in a front facing OTA, that is one way that the relocation specialist can find you. Another way is by actually entering and registering your property in their respective database. There are tons. There's CRS Temporary Housing, there's THD, there's ALE Solutions. I mean, there's tons out there. If you want to hack, I'll give you another hack on how to do this in another video where you can actually find more with respect to your marketplace. And that's really, really helpful for you to be able to exist in those databases. So now, once you live in those databases, when the midterm rental booking or midterm rental insurance inquiry comes in, they will most likely look into their database, or they'll look into online on these online travel agencies. You want to make sure your property is in both. Why? Because you increase the chances of actually you getting booked, right? So it's important for you to actually do both. And where you are able to actually get a contact is when you receive an email from them. When you receive an email, that is your point of contact for you to start engaging. You have a phone number, you have an email, you can go ahead and build a relationship, which is the most important thing that I talk about, building relationships in this industry. Now, if you don't get an inquiry, that's where people get stuck. What if I don't get an inquiry and I've registered my properties on these databases and I haven't heard a peep? It's been radio silent. If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the gems in this video. Well, then what you can do is start with LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is a B2B platform. Now, what you can do is go to relocation specialists or temporary housing providers, or just type in the name of the company. One of the most common ones, ALE Solutions, for example. That's one of the most common ones. You can put THD, you can put CRS. I mean, there are so many out there that you can actually put. And the beautiful thing is LinkedIn on the right-hand tab will then provide other like companies where you can go ahead and find other like companies in your marketplace. Some of them are national, some of them are local, and I would start there. But you can take it a step further, and you can go ahead, if you want to do by DMing them, direct messaging them, etc. Great. But you can also use a Chrome extension like Apollo.io that will then take their emails for you to go ahead and foster relationship. And I talk more on how to do this in some of the workshops that I host, which if you're watching this video, there's probably going to be a link below, but at least I've given you a foundation of how you can actually start to get a contact, what you can do with that contact, and what tools you can use, such as an Apollo.io, which is one of many different Chrome extensions that can actually email or extract the email from LinkedIn for you to actually be able to build your touch point. Now, in my midterm rental bootcamp, which you can find below, I post them monthly, so whatever link you have should be evergreen. You can join because we'll show you how to do that step by step, especially if you're very green in that department. But that is at least for you to know that there is a way for you to not only be found, and that there is a way for you to reach out so that they can know who the leaders are in the marketplace, such as yourself. If you're watching this, if you want to become at least a go-to service provider for these midterm rental insurance bookings to maximize your occupancy and profitability. If you found this to be helpful, join one of the boot camps. And if not, make sure that you at least have grabbed the midterm rental insurance blueprint that goes over at least the foundational pillars of how you can start maximizing by getting the most out of your dollar or out of your properties by at least being optimized to land these midterm rental insurance contracts. Hit the subscribe button and continue to educate yourself on this.